greater intimacy. So I'm going to invite all of you who are in the back to bring your chairs and come forward. No, you don't want to. You want to stay where you are. All right, it's an invitation.
We got some coming. Here they come. Or they're coming closer in the chairs. It's okay. People will get used to it.
So I'm going to put this where the rest of it's right next to you.
No, not that one. The other one.
Oh,
I
yeah.
figure out how to put it.
Huh?
Stand over here. There you go.
Okay, testing. Can you hear me back there?
No.
All right, testing now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can hear me up here? Fine?
We can hear you, but not through the mic.
Not through the mic. All right, so we should probably have it equal. Just turn it so it's facing kind of in the middle. Yeah, like that. All right? So you can still hear.
No, it's very low.
All right, turn the sound up then.
All the way up.
Do I have it on?
It worked. It doesn't even sound on.
It's not on.
I'm gonna just.
Is it on now?
No. Oh, yeah.
Now it's on.
Okay, now it's on?
Yeah,
All right.
it's on.
So live and broadcasting from India 2017, this is Shree. Once again, here I am in Arunachala Shiva. All right, so how many are new? Those of you who are new, raise your hand. Okay, so, 6, 7, 8. So the rest of you kind of know what I am about. I think we brought 35 with us this time. Normally we bring a smaller group, then there's more people here.
It takes time. It takes a couple of.
Yeah, it takes a couple of times. So I first came here in 1998. I knew nothing of this side of Arunachala. I was on the other side of Arunachala, my teacher's ashram, and I was perfectly happy to be there. Everything that was happening to me was happening inwardly. I was moving into relationship with existence inwardly. And this, of course, is the ultimate relationship, not outwardly. Outwardly is what keeps us endlessly tied to this dimension. Moving into relationship with the things of life, or moving away from the things of life, either towards or away, it's still relationship. If you're avoiding something, you're as much relationship with it, you're even in a more powerful relationship with it than is something you're going towards or attracted to. So as long as our relationship, as long as we are moving from our individuality into existence outwardly, we are distracted. We're in a state of distraction. We're in a state of the sensory, mental, physical dimension of existence. So when I came to India, it had already happened that my entire attention had turned inward towards that relationship, that self-existent relationship. There we go. See, self-existent relationship. It came into existence. So just had to find the right word. And the electronics all started moving together into alignment. So this self-existent relationship, one that needs nothing, it's completely fulfilled within its own endless infinities and multitudes, this endless discovery of the nature of that inner reality that lives us, that is actually the unique gift of self-aware human beings. To be able to discover that, first is this process of withdrawing from the habit of this outer sensory world for our relationship, for our fulfillment, for our protection, for our control, to this inner relationship. This is the key. The spiritual path is this preparation of pulling away from the outer distracted dimension of being into that inner, eternal, unchanging, and yet endlessly revealed inner dimension of being. Then, when that is complete, the outer relationship is icing on the cake. It is totally enjoyable because there's no longer fear, there's no longer need, there's no longer attraction, there's no longer repulsion. There is simply this quality of relatedness, this capacity to be in an intimate and immediate relationship with everything in existence, with yourself absolutely free to be. There's no judgment, evaluation, or hesitancy, or shyness, or control needed anymore. You're free to be. And what is that like is to be in existence, in relationship to the outer existence from that place of freedom, is the fulfillment, not only of human life, but of spiritual life. So this is what I teach. This is what I share. This is what it is we're actually up to, if we know it or not. In the Bhagavad Gita, it's called the Eternal Path. It's not unique to the Bhagavad Gita. It is the description of the path that is inherent in every human being. To be in relationship with truth and God. To be in relationship with existence and that eternal, unchanging reality that we are, simultaneously. And I'm not talking abstract, like only in meditation or only in samadhi, or only in certain conditions like being in India, but as your everyday lived experience. There's no such thing as good moods or bad moods, good days or bad days. They're just different. They're not bad or good. They are just the unfolding, the endless unfolding of the possibility of consciousness in experience, in existence. Without needing it to be a certain way, without trying to control it so that we can protect ourselves from unwanted experiences. So, in one sense, it's the natural path, but it does require effort. And although the eternal relationship that is there within us does not change, doesn't evolve, the absolute truth does not become less or more absolute, the rest of us does. The part of us that is not part of that absolute truth is always changing and always evolving, moving into a more intimate and deep and fulfilled relationship with existence and its own reality in that existence. Okay. So this journey, however, requires effort. It requires understanding. It requires us to use our intelligence, to use some degree of discipline and effort, a capacity to understand ourselves enough to restrain the components of us that is still caught up in the habit of this external relationship, trying to resolve it, trying to work it out, trying to make it so it's safe, or it's comfortable, or that it lasts. This quality of effort cannot be dismissed. I call it collaborating. Learning to collaborate with the unfolding of what it is you are is the true spiritual path. But you first have to have a sense of what it is you're collaborating with. Because if you're listening to your mind, it's going to give you wrong information. If you're listening to your vital and its motives and desires and feelings, it's going to give you wrong information. If you're listening to your body, to its preferences, to its comforts, to its endless restlessness and wantings and impulsiveness and reaction, it's going to give you false information. You have to have access in some way to that essential reality of what you are. There has to have been a showing or an awakening to that principle that is never changing, or at least a glimmer of what that is. Then the spiritual path can begin to unfold. Then you have the beginning of the ability to perceive what it is in you that's keeping you from knowing the nature of your true nature, the true relationship. Until that comes, you're just in the same soup as 96% of the rest of humanity. Just a slightly better version, improved version. So when my awakening happened, the first thing that happened for it was, how in the hell did this happen? It was the recognition that something was happening to me that I had no understanding of, no antecedent for, that I didn't deserve or earn, that it was a recognition of something that I didn't know needed to be recognized.